Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
Batman, my favorite character.
Price to that you gotta pay.
What?
The price has gotta pay for all this free publicity.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another week of We Are the Night, the Batman Podcast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is that generational menace.
Yes, exactly. Little Hellfire.
And speaking of menaces, yes, we are back for another week of Byrne January. This time covering Superman, Batman, Generations 2, the 4-issue miniseries. Oh, boy. I thought the first one was wild. Well,
Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet, my friends.
This one makes it even wilder.
Giant Nazi robots, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Feels like I'm watching a James Gunn cartoon or something.
Oh, my. I'm still a few episodes behind on Creature Commandos. I'm like,
they're like 8 minutes long, Phil.
No, they're like 20-some minutes, I think. But yeah, I know. But I've been watching other stuff, and then I don't know. I haven't watched any of them like week to week. So I build up chunks and watch them. Why are you liking it?
No, I hate it.
So why are you you watching it?
You'll watch. It was Agatha all along, but you won't watch the Creature Commandos. Like, come on, Phil.
I know. No, I'm gonna watch it. No, I'm probably gonna watch the rest of it today. But
just saying, gotta play both sides of the
oh, I will.
feed.
I do. Don't worry. Yeah.
All things considered, this is the DC feed, Phil.
I know.
We're missing out on clicks and views here, bud.
You didn't tell me you want to do Creature Commandos.
No, we can just do it when it's done. I think it was only 8 episodes, but every time I think it's the last episode, another one shows up on Thursday. So I'm just like,
no. Like I said, I just like watching it like at least two or three at a time.
I just want to get out of the way. As soon as I see it, just get it out of the way. People spoil everything now, so it's just like, yeah, do it while it's fresh.
Yeah.
Speaking of fresh.
Oh my.
Or the antithesis of fresh in this case.
Speaking of spicy, hurting your stomach. Yes. That's right. Batman, Superman, Generations 2. So I assume the response.
Remember when the future was 2019, Phil?
I know. Well, that's like the one. That's like when Justin and I did the one X-Men episode for Days of Future Past. That apocalyptic future was 2013.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
I was like, they're just a few
if
years
I
off.
Went Back to the Future Day Past, I think I have never been right since. Honestly. 2015, it all went downhill.
That's like the one a couple weeks ago I saw the one day was like National like Act Like a Time Traveler Day or something, and it's like I don't know, someone put, what, you didn't know about that? I told you about it tomorrow.
Exactly.
But yeah, we're gonna have to do it Salty and Penny on Back to the original Back to the Future, because it's the 40th anniversary.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. So let's get into this, because
it's a lot. It's John Byrne. It's a lot to take in.
Hey-oh. I'm sure someone in the story says that. All right.
Talk about the head of the demon, am I right?
Whoa!
Spoilers.
Enough about your mail. We'll get to that. All right. All right, so Superman and Batman Generations 2. I love an imaginary tale. All right, so number 1 from August 2001. Writer, penciler, inker John Byrne, colorist Patricia Mulvihill, and letterer John Byrne.
She prefers Trish.
What?
She prefers Trish.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, so except for colors, it's all Byrne.
It's always all Byrne when he can talk DC into it. It's got to get those shekels.
Cha-ching.
Those page rates ain't changed in 2 decades.
I know, that's Chichester. All right. Oh, the title.
Shameful.
Oh, okay.
Shameful.
And of course, each issue, just like the last one, has like 2 chapters each issue. So the first one is 1942 Battlefields. 1942.
Boo, Hawkman, boo.
1942. Hey, come on! I'm sure somebody likes shirtless Hawkman.
If it's Aldous Hodges, yes. Any other version, I reject. Oh well, maybe not Smallville's Hawkman.
What?
Maybe not Smallville's Hawkman. Well, I'll let that one slide.
Oh my!
But Legends of Tomorrow? No, not you. You sit down.
It's 1942 in Nazi-occupied France. The Black Hawk Squadron, Hawkman, Alan Scott, Green Lantern, and the Spectre are trying to stop a giant robot tank. During the battle, Chuck of the
Spectre. That's overkill right there.
I know. Chuck of the Black Hawk sacrifices himself to prevent the destruction of a hospital. Superman arrives in time to pursue the leader, who reveals himself to be the Ultra Humanite.
He rips open the damn machine. It's like, it's you again?
I know. He exposes Superman to artificially created kryptonite radiation, confirming his belief that Superman is an alien, and escapes. On Themyscira, Wonder Woman and Hippolyta discuss Diana's decision to travel to the outside world and Hippolyta's reluctance to let her 1,000-year-old daughter go.
She's just a baby, Phil. She's just a girl.
I can't let you out.
Be around stinky old men. Like, no.
I can't let you out of the house. You only 1,000.
Got so much growing to do.
Oh my. In Gotham,
she's got to sow her wild oats.
Oh my. What, an island full of women? Okay.
Well, sometimes you get tired. Sometimes you don't want to be a vegetarian.
Oh. Nice. In Gotham City, Lois Lane has tracked down the plans for the giant robot tank and discovers that Lex Luthor is the mastermind.
You don't say.
I know. Luthor and his goons kidnap Lane, take her back to their base, and attempt to kill her. Have we tried killing her yet?
You're just gonna end the world by doing that. So I wouldn't recommend it.
Exactly. While fleeing, they are pursued by
Talk about superior puss.
Yeah.
Every time they kill us, he goes Super Saiyan on their asses. So.
You better want to keep me alive. The most powerful force on the planet wants this.
Superior puss.
They're pursued by the Batmobile. They make it to their second Gotham base, where they have stashed Robin, the Boy Wonder.
You done it now.
I know. Robin slips his bonds and is battling the villains when one of them gives him an order in Batman's voice. After Luthor is defeated, the henchman who spoke removes his disguise to reveal the cape and cowled Batman. Yes, kids, he was wearing his mask with the pointy ears under that.
And don't forget, he also wears a Batman t-shirt under.
Branding. He explains
I love that freaking episode of Justice League where they're like, "Hey, you peeked," and it's the freaking Bat shirt underneath the thing. And that is just canon to me. I'm sorry, that is something Bruce would totally do.
Exactly. After Luthor's, he explains that he infiltrated Luthor's gang in order to discover both secret bases and was responsible for guiding a remote-controlled Batmobile and allowing Lane and Robin to slip their bonds. Later at the Daily Planet, Lois and Clark discuss the return of the Ultra Humanite and that Clark has failed his military induction physical. He inadvertently read the eye chart in the next room with his X-ray vision.
Everybody's got cancer. Superman and Lois confirmed it.
Oh, why do I have breast cancer? Why do I have ass cancer? I don't know. So. Oh yeah, kids, and these chapters kind of take place between chapters in the first one, so
It's really stretching that shit.
I know. And then this chapter probably takes place after or before.
This is like when they kept going back to Kingdom Come. I'm like, enough places. We're done here, please. Or even worse, Frank Miller's The Dark Knight. Like, why does that have 3? Why? Working on a 4th, allegedly. Your mother's a whore.
Your mother's a whore, and I'm a whore for money.
Well, aren't we all? We live in a late stage society, so you know.
Yeah. Well,
if you're exchanging your time for money, hate to tell it to you, even if you're not on a poll, you're a whore for money.
Oh my!
You're welcome, Noel, if you're listening.
She looks like she was just working up.
Revolt and eat the rich. I'm just saying.
High in fiber.
Not high in fat, for real.
Oh, well, that's true.
Especially a certain someone who only eats McDonald's.
Oh my. But mama, my millionaire's fatty. All right. Let's get to this next one. All right, 1953, Absent Friends. On a cold February night in the year 1953, a battered James Gordon enlists the aid of Batman.
He's like, baby, with my dying breath, I came to warn you. By the way, I knew your secret identity.
Exactly. How stupid do you think I had to be? To stop the head of the demon, Ra's al Ghul. So yes, kids, this is the point where Batman, abandons his whole family. Batman relays the info to other members of the Justice Society of America: Adam, Green Arrow, Alan Scott, Green Lantern, Hawkman, and Wonder Girl, a teen-aged magical projection of Diana.
Boo! Burn! Your fetish is showing. Boo!
Oh my! She has temporarily replaced Wonder Woman, who is in the late stages of pregnancy. On a planet in what? Pregnant Wonder Woman?
This whole thing just stinks, man. I'm sorry, I hate this one so much.
On the planet in the Delta Vega system, Superman searches for a way to escape with the cancer treatment he came for. Unfortunately, the planet is now occupied by hostile alien invaders, and the local star is red, leaving him with no superpowers. Back on Earth, Lois Kent, who is near to giving birth to her second child, is visited by her sister Lucy and her new husband, Jimmy Olsen.
Jimmy gets around.
Oh my. Well, we always had a fetish for those lane girls.
Yeah.
In the Batcave, Alfred and Batman discuss Jim Gordon's condition. Gordon's granddaughter, Barbara,
I hate it all.
And the circumstances of Gordon's escape. Superman is able to create a signal that attracts the attention of the Sector Green Lantern, Abin Sur.
One of the best.
Yes, who proceeds to clear the planet of invaders. Over North Korea, Wonder Girl searches for the downplane of General Steve Trevor, the husband of her magical duplicate, who was shot down in combat. She finds his horribly mangled body and flies off to Themyscira with the hopes that the purple healing ray will be able to repair him as it did over a decade before.
Spoilers, it did.
Oh my. Abin Sur returns Superman to Earth and introduces him to Alan Scott, Earth's resident Green Lantern, but not a member of the Green Lantern Corps.
Diana, you blame him? Kind of a mess.
Exactly. Diana Trevor and Lois Kent go into labor simultaneously and give birth to daughters at the same moment. Well, they say these women sync up, so
that's a little extreme.
I know. Abin Sur and Alan Scott.
That's the ultimate bestie goal, though, I think.
Oh my. Abin Sur and Alan Scott speculate on a connection between the two. Clark Kent arrives at the hospital and is introduced to his daughter, Kara. Unlike her brother,
I
Joel...
thought you went out for milk and cigarettes.
I did, the Delta Vega. Unlike her brother, Joel, she has not been exposed to gold kryptonite and will eventually develop superpowers. Diana Trevor, meanwhile, is informed by Wonder Girl that her husband is dead. Diana is comforted by the presence of her newborn daughter, Stephanie Trevor.
Yuck. Terrible. It's a terrible name. It doesn't roll off the tongue. It fights you at every step.
What did you want it to be? Stevia?
Something. Stefania? I don't know.
I mean, they do eventually call her Stevie, but
yeah. It's just like, ooh.
I
think that's the worst version of a male name, honestly.
What, Stevie?
No, just like Stephanie and Steven. I'm just like, ugh.
Oh,
because no, the proper way is with the PH.
Oh,
not to get anybody all riled up. That is the origin root.
And I guess Superman goes all that way for a cancer cure that doesn't exist because, again, he can't save Perry White, and again, Lois eventually gets cancer.
Stop looking at people with your X-ray vision, Clark.
Can't completely blame him. You know, every 2 seconds, a mad scientist has created a murder robot in this story. So,
yeah, we all pretend like Metropolis is clean, but like if you've ever been to New York, you know it's actually a little worse than Jersey. Listen. Like I'm just saying, in New York City, people like you can see people actually pooping in the streets. For all of New Jersey's faults, you won't have that happen, and it's a mall mecca. Like I don't know. Maybe we stop giving New Jersey. Maybe we stop just razzing New Jersey, and we really just work on New York because New York's a mess. It's been a mess for my whole life. I'm tired of the Jersey slander, actually.
Oh my.
Is it filled with garbage dumps? Yes. But are there people pooping in the streets? No. Maybe Atlantic City? Maybe. Maybe on the Jersey Shore where it belongs, but...
Oh my.
Yeah, let's slander New York a little bit more, I think. Let's give a rest on Jersey.
My big thing.
All right. I should have been like, hey, welcome to another week of John Byrne January.
A sexually adventurous freak.
Yes. You're going to have to go retroactively add that to all of them.
Exactly. All right. Are we ready for issue 2?
Sure.
She's like, never, but go ahead.
Continue.
All right. So I didn't even try to look, but are these covers all connecting? They look like they might be.
Yeah, I think they are.
God, is there a poster somewhere?
They used to do stuff like that back in the day.
Oh.
Don't really get that anymore.
Surprisingly,
I think connecting covers is like the ultimate like OCD thing to really make nerds, even if it's a terrible story.
Buy them all.
Gotta complete the collection.
And get 2 so you can hang one on your wall connected.
Exactly.
All right, so Superman, and Batman Generations #2 from September 2001. Again, same team. Which 90% of it is Byrne. So, all right. So the first chapter, 1964. So close. Children's Hour.
5 years isn't close.
I swear, if it's been within 10, you're like, oh, so close. It is Halloween, and before Bruce Wayne and his wife go to Tony Gordon's party, the wife, again, we still don't name check her. The wife tells Bruce Wayne Jr.
She's just a stinky old broad who doesn't matter. She's a MacGuffin.
But she's a Disney mother. She's just there to give birth.
Yeah, and die.
Oh my! The wife tells Bruce Wayne Jr. that he is not to be Dick Grayson's partner. In the Kent household, young 11-year-old Kara, a adores the Supergirl costume that was made for her, while Joel Kent, secretly sulking, transports himself into the lab of Lex Luthor, whom he considers a true father. Kara pays.
Like, you're gonna leave me all that money, though, right?
Kara pays Bruce Jr. a visit wearing a short-trimmed brunette wig electrostatically attached to her head, along with her new Supergirl costume, which she alone can remove. She tells Bruce Jr. that though his mother may prevent him from being his Uncle Dick's partner, nothing is stopping him from being Supergirl's partner.
Bop chicka wow wow.
They're children, Lilith. For now.
Yeah, for now. She's got her eye on you.
Right now, he just wants to face danger with her.
She put her claim on him.
Oh my. Meanwhile, on the streets of Gotham, Dick as Batman enters Barbara Gordon's apartment and finds her dressed up as Batgirl. They both test each other's skills at knocking
each other's boots.
At knocking each other over before spending some private time together behind a couch.
On a scale of Frank Miller to John Byrne, how horny is this story?
On a scale of John Byrne to Frank Miller, how horny is this story? Okay, I'll give you my answer.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
A very Randy issue indeed.
Do I make you Randy, baby? Yeah, do I? I love they die behind the couch.
Who's Randy?
Oh God, I love how they die behind the couch, and then you just get like, what, 3 panels of just the couch?
Yeah.
It's like, okay. He's really like, imagine it. Imagine.
Could have been worse. It could have been a splash page.
Oh my.
But just like this, the tiniest bit of a shirt or cape and cowl over the back of the couch.
I heard it was a splash page at the end.
I don't think anybody's wrist was ready for that.
Oh my. Oh, that's how. Oh, I even said that's how I wanted to open every Byrne episode.
I wonder if my wrist is ready for that.
I think I told Justin. I was like, yeah, I had to open all the Byrnes like that. In Central City, Kid Flash is dealing with Weather Wizard, who's teamed up with me.
Not the one over on Unlimited Justice, unfortunately.
Yeah, no.
There's nothing horny about that story at all. It's just confusion.
Who's teamed up with Mirror Master using his holographic mirrors to make Weather Wizard appear in 2 different places in order to knock out the junior speedster while robbing a bank. Supergirl spots the activity below and drops down with Robin, with Supergirl inhaling the fog that Weather Wizard creates with his weather wand and then spewing it back out as water.
What the kids call it now?
Oh my. Oh yeah. Back in Lil's day, they called it
Smoked a doobie.
God, can you imagine? She got high from that. So yeah, spits it back out. However, the 2 young heroes are zapped by an electric stun gun by third criminal, Gorilla Grodd, who is the brains behind the operation, admonishing Mirror Master and Weather Wizard for their playing kindergarten games.
How embarrassing. Your boss is an ape. How embarrassing.
It's pretty embarrassing when when a gorilla is your boss and he says, "Hey, quit the monkey business."
The Flash Rogues Gallery is so unserious. Mirror Master, Weather, a gorilla, a telepathic gorilla.
Remember when we
gorilla sit like it's so ridiculous.
Remember when we covered just first the early issues of Berries? I mean, it's just
yeah. It was literally mind-numbingly like, what the hell, every single time.
The poor man. I mean, look at this weird rogues gallery, and then the girlfriend was always hangry.
Yeah. Oh, the golden age.
Oh my lord! I'm surprised they didn't do an Iris. I'm surprised they didn't do an Iris Snickers commercial. Jeez.
Don't give them ideas. We all pretend like Iris doesn't exist and they can't hurt her.
Oh god. Diane, that is so weird anymore. It's like I don't think her and Barry still aren't married, but meanwhile Wally and Linda are married, still have kids. So
Respect.
Confirmed bachelor? I don't know.
Never. No, I never got those vibes from
No.
him. Bruce, on the other hand,
Oh my! Let's just say Barry Allen in his very straight bow tie. Diana Trevor gets a phone call from Barry Allen, who is trying to find out where Wally West is, being 2 hours late from meeting with Barry. Diana's daughter, Stephanie, overhears the conversation and sneaks off to dress herself in the costume of her own superhero identity, Wonder Girl, before flying off. It's like, oh, goodbye, Magic. Goodbye, Magic Double. Yeah, we don't need you anymore, so just cease to exist. She has a daughter now. This is how you create a Savitar, kids.
exactly.
During her flyby over Central City, Stephanie gets a tingling sensation passing over the warehouse district. Jesus, Byrne.
Hopefully, like Supergirl on TV, she wears tights under that skirt.
Oh. She follows the sensation to a building where she sees Kid Flash, Robin, and Supergirl all bound up while Mirror Master arranged mirrors so that they could steal Kid Flash and Supergirl's powers, transferring them onto one of the villains, Mirror Master, Weather Wizard, and Gorilla Grodd, as one of the test subjects. While the three argue as to which one will be the test subject, Supergirl breaks from her bonds and melts the mirrors with her heat vision, but is quickly laid low with an energy blast from one of Gorilla Grodd's weapons. The three villains are quickly distracted by the appearance of Wonder Girl, who crashes through the window and frees the other two heroes. This gives Supergirl the opportunity to fell Grodd with one single punch. One punch. Weather Wizard tries to zap Supergirl with his weather wand, but Kid Flash has taken it and knocks the villain out. Mirror Master tries to make a run for it, but Robin stops him cold. As the four heroes go to call the police, they decide to give themselves a group name for how well they did together. Bruce Jr. suggests the Junior Justice Society, but Wally thinks of something even better than that, the Justice League of America.
I don't know, as long as it has something with justice in the title, I'll be okay.
And they're like, we could still use that when we're older.
Branding, longevity, think of it.
Unlike Teen Titans. All right. Thoughts on these kids, or you want the next chapter?
Let's just get to Troubled Souls, because boy, were they.
Yes, 1975, Troubled Souls.
It's the 70s. What do you want?
That's right. Bruce Wayne Jr. and Kara Kent as Batman and Supergirl find the Joker in a padded cell at Arkham Asylum. Old, withered, and rather catatonic, at least in his sedated state. In a videotape recording, though, the two superheroes see Joker reacting rather fearful to somebody in the cell, despite the fact that there's no visible person present. In the Batcave, Kara uses her super hearing to discern what the Joker said in an audio recording when he was being taken from Rock Island Prison to Arkham Asylum. She hears him saying, "Get away from me, Batman, I killed you." And again, this chapter kind of takes place after the chapter in the first one where he kills Dick Grayson as Robin.
Yeah.
Suspecting something of a rather mystical nature that may be haunting the Joker, Batman and Supergirl pay a visit to Dr. Occult, who in turn contacts the spirit of the circus acrobat Boston Brand, who is busy doing his meditations in the remote area of Nanda Parbat.
Boo, nobody belongs there. Boo.
Oh my God, for a second, I was almost going to be like, oh God, is Byrne going to make like Dick Grayson Dead Man or something?
No, that's a cut. That's a deep cut right there.
He appears onto them in the form of his dead man identity and follows them into the cell of the Joker, where he enters the madman's mind and finds, among the psychedelic cartoonish chaos that defines the Joker's mental landscape, to say that 3 times fast, a giant...
Hey, do you remember that Dead Man TV show?
Dead Man?
I think I would say it was like 2013 or something.
I don't know if I saw that. There was a Dead Man TV show?
Like, I think it was like an animated short or something, one of those.
Oh, maybe.
And now I think James Gunn wants to do something with Dead Man too.
I could see that. Yeah, I could definitely see him doing something with that. But yeah, besides in the Joker's mental landscape, a giant skeletal form of Batman attacks the Clown Prince of Crime. Deadman tries to keep the giant skeletal Batman from killing the Joker inside his own mind, but only manages to buy the criminal a temporary reprieve. Deadman exits the Deadman exits the Joker to let the two Bruce Waynes know that it's the ghost of Dick Grayson, the Batman that Joker had killed, who's haunting him. And Bruce turns to the only one who can stop Dick from getting his revenge, the ghost of his faithful butler, Alfred Pennyworth. So we have the ghost of Alfred and Dick in this. Soon as Dick's ghost batters away at the Joker's form inside the villain's mind, Alfred shows up to reason with Dick, telling him that he wasn't trained to be a killer and that the Joker is too old and frail to be a danger to anyone. Dick realizes that he must let the Joker meet his eventual end in death as he embraces Alfred and joins him in peaceful rest in eternity. In the final battle in the Joker's mind, taking its toll on the villain's fading health, the Joker makes a request for the Batman to reveal who he was under the mask so he could die a happy man. Batman tells the Joker that because of all the suffering he's caused over the years, as a murderer, he's the last man the Dark Knight would ever want to see die happy, and denies the request. So basically told him,
Our whole family can suck it.
At the grave sites of Richard Grayson and Bruce Wayne Sr.'s parents, Bruce Jr. and Kara sense that Dick is now resting in peace, and Bruce Sr. senses that Alfred is now gone to a place from where there would be no return. All right, kids. Thought you had a happy ending, but meanwhile, test pilot Hal Jordan makes his final testing job for Ferris Aircraft and decides to accept an offer from a man named McMurtry to become a congressman.
Oh, yeah.
Well, in today's
not saying he's Matt Gaetz or anything. I'm just saying he'll fit in.
I was going to say, yeah, in today's politics, that makes sense. Any thoughts?
I mean, I still don't quite get it.
No,
I feel like he was trying to make his own, kind of Kingdom Come, but I just don't feel like it's on par with that.
I mean, the first one, it seemed like he wanted to take a bunch of golden and silver age stuff and make it work with modern stuff. But now it's just oh yeah, here's Batman's great grandkid, and here's Superman.
Which I don't feel like Generations really work. I feel like a lot of people don't even talk about Generations.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't. Yeah, I don't know. It really didn't seem to take off like Kingdom Come and stuff did.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I feel like he was just really trying to make his magnum opus, his stamp on it, and everything's just a little too weird. I think for for it to be a staple. I don't mind it. It's just some of the choices he makes kind of raises your eyebrow. You're just like, oh, Byrne, you and your fetishes.
Yeah,
you just keep them out of a book one time, bud. Just one time.
He's like, never.
I like the art though. I think the art is the best thing about this book. But yeah, just I feel like he was just really. I think the editor should have reined him in a little bit more.
Yeah, and again, it's I think if you don't have a good working knowledge of the history of Batman, Superman, you might be a little lost and confused.
Yeah, it's a little niche.
It might be a little much for you, yeah.
Whereas, I think Kingdom Come is literally the gold standard for any Elseworld tale. Because you can just you cannot have any knowledge and just read that and still have it hit and impact you in such a meaningful way. And then the art, obviously, Alex Ross, stunning.
Oh yeah. Mark Waid, Alex Ross, yeah.
Yeah, that's a combo you can't beat.
No. Meanwhile, Byrne's I'm doing it all myself.
I think he could have. I think if he hadn't done it all himself, he would have had a little more time to maybe think about things. I always say it's really cool when you can write and draw, but sometimes you do need another creative partner to bounce off of and maybe give you other options that you wouldn't have thought of, which we hear all the time when we interview the writers, talk about how great their artist is. They did more than they, what they thought were what they were thinking and gave them another pass at it.
Well, I mean, that's a good point. I mean, yeah, maybe some of Byrne's stuff so crazy because half the time he does most of the creative stuff himself.
Yeah, and like I said, when you get to I feel like when you get to a certain point at the big two specifically, your editor's there just for shits and giggles. Like they're not really editing you, I don't think. Because you're the name, you're the talent. That's what like you're gonna pick. It's John Byrne. You're gonna pick it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Especially it's like, ooh, pretty art.
Exactly. Art can save a book. We say it all the time.
Oh yeah.
Take from a D to a C.
Whoa. All right. Let's do number 3 here.
Why are there 4 of them?
Oh my god! Wait till the next one. It's so big. We got to do take it in 2 episodes.
Hey-o. Just the way Phil likes it.
Hey. Oh, did you want to do all 12 at once? Okay.
No, not at all. I don't even think I think we should split it again.
Oh god. As much as she may joke, a little hellfire ain't taking 12 at once. All right. Superman.
I don't work on that black and orange site.
Whoa! What?
No, thank you.
Oh, it's like I remember pornography. Oh,
yeah.
Jeez. Superman and Batman Generations 2, number 3 from October 2001. Same team, 99% Byrne. All right, chapter 1, 1986, To Hunt the Hunter. Superman breaks into a laboratory. The villain Lex Luthor, later revealed to be an ultra-humanite, using Luthor's body for his mind to live in.
How hard up do you have to be in Lex's body as the ultra-humanite?
Well, remember,
bro.
I know. Remember that first story? The robots were just like, "Oh, hey, Luthor's body's available." Oh,
it's like, oh, but he's so.
I know.
Yeah.
Gotta reprogram them robots. Who then shows the Man of Steel a holographic playback of Joel Kent killing Kara to torture his adversary. Then, to add further insult to injury, as Superman tries to grab Luthor, he reveals his form to be nothing more than a mere hologram, telling Superman he'll find him when he's ready to let his adversary find him. After seeing the hologram of Luthor disappear, Superman pounds the floor of the laboratory in frustration, having failed to stop the murderer of his family. In the Batcave, Bruce Wayne Jr. gets an unexpected visit from his adopted son, Clark, as well as from his wife, May-Lay, the widow of Superman's deceased son, Joel Kent. With his wife trying to reach out to Bruce Jr., seeing her husband in torment, Bruce Jr. has his son go back upstairs and tell May-Lay that there's no need for Clark to know that he is neither her son's father, or that he is even Batman. May-Lay pleads for Bruce Jr. to promise that she will not have to bury him like she did her previous husband.
Black Widow.
And again, that's the other thing. If you hadn't read the first miniseries, this would be confusing as F. It's still confusing as F, but I mean, especially if you didn't read that first one.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden you'd be like, wait, Superman's family's dead? What? As Bruce Wayne Jr. goes out to capture the female criminal Hyena as Batman, he is chased after by both the police and by his fellow Justice League members, Stephanie Trevor, who is now Wonder Woman, and Alan Scott, still serving as Green Lantern since his previous prospect of being his successor, Hal Jordan, chose to become a politician rather than a superhero.
Best move for everybody, honestly.
Oh my, who now sees Bruce Jr. as becoming unhinged following the death of his first wife, Kara Kent. Bruce Jr. successfully eludes the police by using a turbo jump feature on his Batmobile.
What is this, a Nolan movie?
Knight Rider? I don't know. But ends up, at least it's not Schumacher. It wasn't driving up the side of a wall. But ends up running into a brick wall built at super speed by Carrie, presumably the daughter of Barry Allen, but we never say, I guess. Who prefers to be
too busy doing other things to make that concrete, Phil.
Oh my.
Get it? Wall, concrete. Okay. I'll show myself.
Who prefers to be called the Flash. Bruce Jr. takes down Carrie by projecting a false image of himself while knocking her out from behind.
Gave her the old donkey punch.
Trying to donkey punch me now, bitch.
No sooner after Bruce Jr. busts up.
Should we put that the bingo card for reading a John Brown. I feel like that happens a lot.
Yeah. Woman goes evil and dresses in leather. Check. We get the
That'd be the
donkey.
donkey punch specific.
Well, I'm going through them all. Yeah, the donkey punch.
So, gotta have the right hook.
Someone doing it behind a piece of furniture. Check. Setting up a future romance between children. Check. I didn't say arranged marriage, but no sooner is after Bruce Jr. busts up the hyena and her henchmen does Alan capture him in a green energy cage, which doesn't hold for long when Bruce Jr. covers Alan in a thick spray of wood chippings,
Would Jerry would?
nullifying his ring's power and allowing Batman to slap him away. Then Stephanie shows up, carrying the fallen Carrie with her and demanding Bruce Jr. surrender. Bruce Jr. throws a smoke cloud to blind Stephanie with, then handcuffs her wrists together in order for her to fight him with ordinary human strength. Because again, bound by a man. As Stephanie holds her own against Bruce Jr., she tries to reason with him that she understands the pain he felt losing Kara due to the psychic link she shared with Kara. Still full of rage, Bruce Jr. turns his attention toward fighting a weakened Alan until Carrie tells him to stop because he's killing Alan, who's already using his power ring to keep himself healthy and active at the cost of his mind and body. Seeing what he's become due to the rage he's kept inside and now has unleashed on even his allies, Bruce Jr. rushes home and collapses in the arms of his wife, confessing that he doesn't even know what he is anymore. You're a Wayne!
Exactly.
All right. Now, 1997, Turning Point.
Finally.
Oh my. What do you mean finally?
The 90s, finally.
I know. Bruce Wayne Jr. is ready to prepared to hand over the mantle of Batman to his adopted son Clark, who was serving as his partner Robin, as he is about to leave Gotham City in order to find his father's killer.
Quote unquote.
Meanwhile, he's just no, he's fine. He's just been ignoring his family. However, Clark has a surprise of his own for Bruce Jr., a new identity that he has chosen for himself called Nightwing with a K.
And a dash.
Exactly.
Hyphen.
Nightwing, as well as a new costume. While Bruce Jr. likes both the name and the costume, he can only wonder why Clark would reject taking the Batman. I know.
Dad?
See the maniac you were 10 years ago? Clark answers that he knew from his adopted father's private conversations with his mother that only a true-blooded Wayne could ever become a Batman. Despite knowing he was only an adopted son, Clark still tells Bruce Jr. that he was the best father he could ever wish for. Sure, Jan. In the White House in Washington, D.C., President Barbara Gordon is keeping both
She
Alan...
made it from senator to president. Let's give her a round of applause.
Yay. Boy, a female president. This must be fiction.
Yeah, only in fiction. What was that one show with Gina Davis and she was the president?
Oh, yeah, the American...
Oh, God, I hope we don't go back to the West Wing where only Democrats can become president on TV.
Oh,
no.
Oh my lord, yeah, but yeah, Americans don't have no problem electing a fictional female president. So, it's all burning. Literally, look at California.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, it's so messed up.
It's like, LA. I told y'all it was a hell map. Y'all saw how fast it went up.
Yeah,
but like seriously, shout out to everybody in the area. Like that is so sad.
Exactly. I mean, everything's burning.
Have you
there.
seen those pictures? Everything is literally razed to the ground.
Oh yeah, well I've seen on TV. Yeah, man, you go. There's like
it's really funny because it's like all the rich neighborhoods for once.
I know.
So it's like, yeah, I feel bad, but
yeah, but again,
interesting.
Yeah, but again, too, like people pointed out, for every rich person that loses stuff, there's a bunch of regular people, you know.
Yeah.
Richer.
There's a lot of businesses, small businesses.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's just some small towns. The whole town's gone.
Yeah, whole town. It's crazy.
Yeah, I saw people on the news last night. I mean, there's like, oh yeah, you know, this is my family's been in this home since my grandparents and stuff, and it's just like, ugh.
Yeah. And a rebuild for condos, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Spoilers. We've seen this before.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I mean, they say something about it's probably like an arsonist, and I think I saw something like one of those rescue planes, that drops the stuff, and like one of them was hit by a civilian drone. I was like, wait, what?
Oh yeah, it's a lot of tomfoolery going on.
I know. I'm just like, oh, somebody wants this.
We might have to do conspiracy hour for February.
Oh, nice. That's right, kids. Stay tuned. Subscribe to the Patreon. Get a little Hellfire's paranoia. Barbara Gordon keeping both Alan Scott as well as Hal and Carol Jordan under protective custody, while Cal Rayner, Alan's successor as Green Lantern, along with the Flash.
That had to hurt.
What?
Alan having to hand it to Cal. He's like, God, like nobody else.
Oh, how dare you! I know it's well, that's weird too. It's like we completely skip over Guy Gardner and John Stewart.
They're like, no bowl cut here. It says no room for bowl cuts, but
Gunn says I'll take you. Along with the Flash. I know that wig, jeez. Along with the Flash and Blackhawk track down Sinestro's whereabouts in the Rocky Mountains in Colorado. Yeah, and I'm not saying, Nathan Fillion. I mean, again, he's still not like that bad looking of a guy, but it's like, how old is he now?
Yeah, that was my eyebrow raising. It's like, well, he's definitely only going to be in one movie and not doing too many stunts. So that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, like, maybe that's the point. Maybe guy's supposed to be older. I don't know.
If they're trying, I'm curious to see if like that's going to be like the first Green Lantern, and they'll maybe like switch up the order or something.
Maybe, I don't know, because that TV show is supposed to be Hal and John, and I think it's supposed to be
everything allegedly is connected. So
supposedly, Nathan Fillion's making an appearance on that
Crucial
show.
Commandos is out here retconning everything that came before it. So
oh yeah. Oh yeah, those
they retcon the Justice League, so it's just real interesting.
The previous all the previous stuff is gone except Momoa's back as Lobo, but yeah.
The original role that him and The Rock were fighting over, and I guess he won.
Yeah, Rock's back in wrestling.
I think that's why Vin Diesel put him in the last two Fast and Furious movies, to piss him off, probably.
Oh my!
Because they kind of got a little beef.
Oh yeah. Cal Rayner, along with Flash and Blackhawk, tracked down Sinestro's whereabouts in the Rocky Mountains.
Sinestro did nothing wrong.
Oh my! In Colorado. The villain with his yellow power ring has slain most of the Green Lantern Corps and is now ready to do the same with Earth's Green Lantern.
Good.
Oh, damn. As the three heroes search in the Rockies turns up nothing, Sinestro appears from out of nowhere to defeat them easily.
As he should.
In Gotham City, Nightwing is testing out the hover abilities of the new Batmobile when he sees an explosive discharge of energy blast.
Of energy?
Yes, kids, of energy. I know it's a burn, but energy. It is Ransack, a high-tech armored mechanoid that was operated by Douglas Mason the last time Clark as Robin tangled with
him. This is my villain name.
And again, it's supposed to be the 90s, so yeah, that track.
It's armor, it's mechs.
I
guess he didn't want pouches and guns, so this is like the second backup of the 90s.
Exactly.
Little Power Ranger illusion there.
Oh, did I swear I saw something online. So I don't know if I guess it's like a live show or something. It's like some kind of comedy show, but I think it was every Black Power Ranger is like doing like a comedy show now.
Oh,
I don't know, but I was just like, oh, okay. Like I guess just doing appearances as the Power Rangers isn't doing much. I don't know.
I mean, you can only go to so many cons. Let's be real. There's only there's so many different like Power Ranger shows, but like let's be real, it's only like 3 or 4 that we actually care about. And it's pretty much if Jason David Frank appeared in it, that's the show that we care about. That's like the continuous through line, that the ones that we actually really care about. So like all the other ones, you're just kind of shit out of luck. So
yeah.
And obviously MMMPR is like the gold standard, and they're kind of getting on in years. Actually, I saw, who did I run into at the one of those cons? It was I want to say it was like David Yeltsin. He looked old. Like no tea, no shade. He is old. He was old when I was a little kid watching it. But like it's just like really like there. Like wow, they're like old.
Well, I mean, again, we're getting to the point. I mean, there's at least 2 of them who are no longer with us. So, I mean,
Yeah.
our childhood
Well,
is.
those were both tragic circumstances.
Well,
so
yeah.
It's not like they died in natural causes like Betty White, and I was still devastated by that. She lived a long life.
I know. Oh God. I mean, it sounds bad, but that's what I was saying. Like, Jimmy Carter died at 100, and then no one
I was
asked.
like, he was 100.
Yeah. No, nobody asked. Oh,
I mean, he could have still ran for president.
I know.
He probably got elected.
Yeah. I was just like, no one, when you're 100, no one asks, oh, what killed him? Time killed him.
Oxygen?
Everything. Gravity.
That funeral was something else too, though. I was just like, what?
Well, you know what? You know what he gave? If nothing else, you know what he gave us? The flags will be flying half-mast on election day, or inauguration day.
I'd rather still have Jimmy Carter around than just a spiteful action, personally.
Yeah, I'm trying not to get started here, but yes, Trump, you're a bad boy.
I mean, he's a politician, of course.
I know.
All of them are evil. It's just to what degree? That's all.
Yes. Ransack. However, as Clark finds out while dodging the robot's energy blast, it is not Douglas who's operating it, as he is still in prison. Rather, it is his daughter Amanda, who seems to be operating. What?
It's only one Amanda in this universe. Sorry.
Who seems to be operating Ransack as if she was a kid playing with a new toy, who was no more than 12 when her father was sent to prison. New female. Oh, I guess that's a love interest, right, Byrne?
Duh.
During the struggle, Superman watches from within the Phantom Zone, being taunted by the Kryptonian inmates already in there about his misplaced faith in the aliens he has chosen to live among and even protect. As Ransack is about to deliver the killing blow on Nightwing, she is distracted by the phantom appearance of Superman, which gives Clark enough time to short out the Ransack systems with live power cables, rendering Amanda unconscious.
Livewire, is that you?
I'm just sorry to shock you there, but hey, you want to get together here soon?
Don't shock the monkey.
Washington, D.C., things take a turn for the worse. Sinestro has followed Cal, seriously injured from his confrontation with the villain, all the way to the White House, where he cries out for Alan to take the ring. Alan, however, is too old and not in the best shape to retake the power ring, and is easily knocked down by Sinestro's ring. Hal takes up the ring and uses it against Sinestro, who is surprised that an unskilled novice like Hal could easily overpower his own ring's energy where other Green Lanterns couldn't. Hal realizes that the real weakness of the Green Lantern's power ring isn't wood, as in the case of Alan's, or yellow objects, as in the case of Kyle's, but rather the limit of the user's will. The Guardians of the Universe realize that Hal now knows this information and offers him the opportunity to become a Green Lantern and to help rebuild the Green Lantern Corps.
You're almost 70! Sit down, boy!
I know. Carol tells her husband that he's almost 70. Hal knows that the power ring can restore his youth.
What an a-hole.
I know. But whether he chooses to do so or not is not something he would jump into without a
Yes, he would. It's still Hal Jordan.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we'll always...
Full as Hal Jordan, by the way.
I mean, yeah, he's always leaping first. Even Will will admit that. Yeah. Because
I, of course, love Hal Jordan.
Back in the Phantom Zone, the other inmates are amazed at how Superman was able to make contact with the university beyond, as none of them were able to do. Superman simply answers that it was all a matter of will, a power that he has been honing to the maximum all through his life, and while it only lasted for an instant, sometimes an instant is all it takes.
Moral of the story. Moral of the story.
Well, it's like, yeah, an instant, then you get out. So, Oh my god, I'm surprised Byrne didn't like. Oh yeah, he de-ages himself with the ring and gets with like Aricia or something. I could see Byrne doing that.
It's giving Invincible.
Yeah. God,
Which
cow.
is gonna be back this year, so super happy.
Yay! We'll just do some episodes on that.
Of course.
Oh my god! But just cow
Hopefully
here.
they don't split it up again. I can't take 3 episodes and then wait half a year for another 3 episodes. I'm not doing it, Amazon.
Exactly. Just dump it. All right, get to the last one.
Deep breath. Let's go.
Oh my!
I think this one. I think 3 is the best one though. I think as we're coming towards the end, he actually honed in on what he was trying to do a little bit better.
Maybe.
But this is where that was the penultimate issue, by the way.
Yes, take a drink.
So we can get to number 4 now.
Oh my lord, that Pa Kent on the cover of 4 is so funny.
I mean, he's a Kansas boy with a shotgun. What do you want from him?
Exactly.
Stay off my property.
Batman, Superman, Superman and Batman Generations 2, number 4, January 2002.
Oh, they got somebody helping Trish.
Oh, Digital Chameleon, yeah, one of the colors, but everything else is still all Byrne. All right, chapter 1, 2008, This Ancient Evil. Black fades to a vision of a putty-faced alien scientist looking down upon someone who now finds that his hands that he sees are not.
Just a real quick, just aside about Digital Chameleon. You know how the Chris Chuckery's been doing the art? That was like his studio, his coloring firm.
Oh,
that
really?
DC exclusively used for like I think it was on like two or 3 years.
So
I think that like I said, it's all about who you know, not what you know.
Yeah. Digital Chameleon, DC.
Yeah, exactly. Get it? They do love their people named Chuck, don't they?
Exactly. Who now finds that his hand sees his hands are not human, but rather mechanical as he awakens. He rises and finds himself in a strange laboratory, and that his body is now that of a robot controlled by his own brain. Confused and totally disoriented, the robotic entity breaks his way out, easily tearing through brick and steel, and finds himself in the heart of a metropolis that seems rather futuristic by his reckoning. A city that in the night is lit with thousands of lights and animated billboards.
I mean, welcome to any metropolitan area in 2025, I guess.
Well, this was 2008, but yes. In Central City, Jay West thrills at wearing the costume of his uncle Barry Allen to become that generation's new Flash, despite only having a fraction of his predecessor's speed abilities. In Gotham City, Nightwing waits outside the penitentiary for the release of Amanda Mason, whom he has fallen in love with during her incarceration.
Oh boy.
The only thing better than makeup, sex, prisons, or conjugal visits.
Breakout sex.
Oh my. Whom he has fallen in love. She embraces Clark Wayne and kisses him as they meet for the first time in years outside of prison, with Amanda feeling grateful for Clark testifying on her behalf. As Nightwing flies off carrying Amanda in his arms to an appointment at Metropolis City Hall, the two Bruce Waynes meet Mrs. Wayne in the hospital, who is now old and near the point of death. She's glad that both her former husband and her son are here because there was something secret she wanted to share with both of them. I hated you both. I hated you both. Back in Metropolis. Back in Metropolis, the robotic entity who now calls himself Metallo was greeted by the blinding lights of police cars surrounding him, to which he responded by blasting them with energy rays powerful enough to destroy half the city. Nightwing shows up to confront Metallo, who at first mistakes him for Superman, only to find he's several decades late for any such reunion with the Man of Steel.
Day late and $1 short. That's Metallo.
Exactly. Of course, Metallo isn't without one trick up his sleeve. He opens up a hatch to reveal kryptonite that's being used as his power source. Much to Metallo's surprise, it doesn't affect Nightwing as quickly as it does Superman, enabling him to knock down the robot. Jay West soon appears to give Nightwing a hand by creating a cyclone around the robot, but is quickly knocked down and blasted away. Blackhawk and Cyborg also show up to deal with the robot, but Metallo responds with an electromagnetic pulse powerful enough to create a big hole in downtown Metropolis. Not to mention blackout
Wow,
power.
he took out Cyborg in one fell swoop.
I know.
Bullshit.
While Jay manages to carry the dismembered torso of Cyborg away, Green Lantern shows up to slice away the robot's limbs and encase its head and torso section in a green energy bubble, stopping his threat. The heroes find the alien scientist laboratory that Metallo came from and discovered that the brain inside the robot was actually Lex Luthor's, which was thought to be destroyed years ago, allowing the Ultra Humanite's brain to be transplanted into Luthor's body, and was kept in stasis and worked on in the hopes of removing his antisocial tendencies.
Yeah!
Uh,
That's his like one thing, guy.
I know. At Metropolis City Hall with his friends as his witnesses, including Cyborg, Clark Wayne happily marries Amanda Mason before an appointed judge and kisses his bride.
Woof.
All right.
We're here, guys.
Last chapter.
We did it,
Bo. 2019. Father to the Man. Bruce Wayne is back. Okay, ready for the wackiest one yet, kids?
No, wait. I just want to say, if anybody at DC is listening, don't take this as like we want to follow up to any of these. We're just doing this for poops and giggles.
Because we had a Byrne month.
Exactly. We were just having a Byrne January. Don't get any ideas if there's an uptick in discussion about generations or anything like that. Just leave it alone.
Yeah, don't get excited if you see a bunch of articles.
Brian Cronin articles.
Exactly, on CBR.
Nobody's helped Brian.
Okay, carry on. I just want to make it clear.
Or a bunch of a series of articles by John Byrne by Brian Cronin. Bruce Wayne as Batman meets Clark Wayne as Nightwing at Superman's Fortress of Solitude, where they are greeted by an unexpected visit by Kal-El himself, who shows up to reveal to Bruce again, we're doing this again, just like in the first series. It's like, let's flashback all the way when we were kids. Who shows up to reveal to Bruce a Kryptonian device called a chronoscope, which is used to view events at any point in time and send messages through time. Just recently, Clark picked up a signal from the chronoscope that came from 99 years ago, a message that was being sent forward in time by Kal-El's adopted father, Jonathan Kent, which was meant for Bruce Wayne to hear. First, the message showed young Clark Kent finding out not only that he was going to be Superman in the future, but that he was going to fight crime with another hero called the Batman, who secretly would be Bruce Wayne, a millionaire who would be orphaned when his parents were killed by a criminal. The chronoscope revealed that the murder would take place within only a few months from that time, and since the Waynes were visiting the county seat the following day to open one of his free family planning clinics, Clark and Pa realized they had to warn them of what's going to happen. Driving to the county seat and renting a hotel room, Pa Kent gave Clark the opportunity to try out his powers under the identity of Superboy.
We're bringing it full circle, boys!
In order to find the Waynes within 3 hours before they reached town in order to warn them. And again, it's like just like with the first one, Byrne, when he rebooted Superman, wanted nothing to do with Superboy. Now we're like ending each series with Superboy.
Bro, Superboy is the thing that literally broke the universe in the first place after the reboot. So
yeah.
I have beef with Superboy, but it's like a love-hate relationship.
Yeah. As Superboy was flying around town, eventually attracting the attention of onlookers, seeing a boy flying in the sky, his vision and hearing powers picked up the vehicle in which the Waynes were riding in. Suddenly, though, he also saw a big monster truck that opened up its back section like a clam and latched onto the Wayne's vehicle with cables, dragging it into the back of the truck. As the back section closed up, the chauffeur was gassed by a henchman who called the Waynes to get out of the vehicle before they got gassed. Superboy broke into the back of the truck and knocked out the henchman, but was soon zapped by an electrical weapon that the villain called the Ultra Humanite had used on him. He told his men to dump the chauffeur, the Waynes, and Superboy on the side of the road while they take young Bruce young Bruce Wayne with them to hold for ransom. Superboy woke up and tried to follow the truck as it sprouted wings and flew like an airplane, but lost them when thick black smoke poured from its rear. Big truck.
You know what I'll say? I think Superboy is one of the coolest Superman family like members you can cosplay as. I think that's like the coolest costume.
Oh, yeah.
I will give him that. No, nothing like a nice leather jacket.
Oh, that's Superboy, yeah.
Yeah. The one I actually really, really hate.
Oh my.
That is actually the version that just tears me up, bro.
As Bruce was taken to the Ultra Humanites hideout and placed in a dark room, bound and gagged, Superboy somehow picked up the scent of the truck's gasoline trail and followed it to the hideout, where he was given a more powerful jolt of electricity from the Ultra Humanite. As the villain's henchmen encouraged him to use the weapon's full power to kill Superboy, another costume hero entered to take down the criminals, who calls himself the Flying Fox. I'm like, was that ever from like Gold or Silver Age? I'm just like,
I know, I was scratching my head about that.
I know we had versions where, Bruce was Robin first, but I was like, Flying Fox? This is Flying Fox. As Superboy recovered, he scanned the hero with his X-ray vision and found out it was Bruce Wayne in disguise. Like, really? you're gonna just
He's a cheater.
Invade my privacy like that?
He's a cheater.
Yeah, he found that he was Bruce Wayne. He gave Flying Fox a hand in knocking out the Ultra Humanite's henchmen. But just as the villain was about to use his electrical weapon to kill both heroes, Jonathan Kent burst in and destroyed its power pack with his shotgun, causing the villain to lose mobility in his legs. As Superboy took the criminals away and Bruce Wayne was reunited with his parents, Jonathan Kent brought Thomas Wayne to his cellar to watch what the chronoscope revealed about not only his future, but also his son's. A few months later, as Jonathan's message comes to a close, he found out in the local newspaper that both Thomas and Martha Wayne were killed just as the chronoscope revealed what happened. Wondering what went wrong, Jonathan used the chronoscope to look into the last hours of the Wayne parents' lives and find out that instead of averting the fate they were warned of, they chose to allow their fate to unfold. This revelation that Bruce's parents actively chose to accept their fate so that their son could become Batman was almost too much for Bruce Wayne to bear. Later on, as Bruce, Clark, and Kal-El meet at the gravesite of Thomas and Martha Wayne, Bruce realized that, as painful as it was to both experience the trauma of losing his parents and now knowing his parents chose for him this particular fate, his decision ended up working for the better, as his becoming Batman would touch the lives of Dick, Bruce Jr., Barbara, Clark, and countless others. So his parents chose his parents chose to die so he could eternally flog himself with their death.
They're like, this kid grows up to be a dork. Let's get out of here.
Oh, damn. And I love Thomas Wayne. Oh, don't worry about us. I told Alfred to take care of him.
That's his real son anyway.
Oh.
Can't change my mind.
I told him he'd have to stop having those butler parties you're always attending, Martha.
Why are all these keys in a bowl?
Oh! He says you
know.
He says, you know where the feather duster's at?
You don't want to know where that feather duster's been.
Oh. Oh, so thoughts on the...
It's interesting looking into his mind. John Byrne's just very fascinating when you try to break it down,
Oh yeah, this story especially, but other stories he's written even for Marvel too. I think he loves showing off. He's like, look, I know the history of all that. I know all the history of all these characters.
Is the history anybody cares about? No.
I know the Silver Age stuff, which they retroactively wiped from
Silver Age is so clunky now because there's a pre and a post version of it.
Mm-hmm.
We've been chasing our tails since that whole thing, and it just shows. He tried. I like the art. I like some of the ideas. Like the Wonder Woman stuff was kind of a little too kooky, and that's where it kind of falls apart for me. Like the projection thing, and just like, ugh, just let somebody be happy, bro. Like nobody can be happy in a John Byrne story.
Well, especially a woman.
Well, that's just comics, my friend.
That's true. Yeah, yeah.
That's just life. That's just art imitating life.
I mean,
Oh,
I'm surprised Nightwing kind of got a happy ending because I'm just like it almost seemed like through the first one and this one, it's like, well, you know what, we're gonna let Batman and Superman live forever, have their adventures, and just f everyone else.
yeah, that's what left a really bad taste in my mouth about the first one. I'm just like, really? That's what we're doing?
I know that first one, it's just like, yeah, we're gonna kill off his whole family, and then if he waits 700 years, he gets to be with Lana.
Oof. Just oof.
And Bruce
We
Wayne.
don't have time for new stuff though, Phil. Sorry.
I know. That's okay.
Maybe we can do like a mega recap at the beginning of February.
Yes, maybe next time.
Do the John Byrne January. We're gonna do
Well,
everything that happened in the Batman universe.
yeah, and again, the next 2 episodes for the rest of April are six issues each of Byrne. So yeah, they're gonna be packed. But
yeah.
so yeah, Lilith. Yes, you're doing every episode in January, but you know what that means. There's gonna be 2 Justin episodes of Azrael in February, so you only have 2 February episodes to do. So
Yeah.
and stay tuned, kids, because I picked 2 Batgirl episodes for us to do.
Oh, okay.
Some Batgirl stuff.
Interesting.
Yes. All right. So again,
Let that sink in and get ready for even more John Byrne January craziness.
yes, Superman Batman Generations 3.
They made a third one.
And I believe time travel shenanigans are involved, like
Well, duh. It's
changing
John Byrne.
timelines and stuff. So yes, so all right. So yeah, so send us your thoughts on all the Byrne. Feel the Byrne. CapesandLunatics at gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And find pretty much every podcast we've ever done at CapesLunatics.wordpress.com, CapesLunatics.wordpress.com. Help support us. Buy the merch on TeePublic and Spring websites. And also just rain random money on us through the Cash App link. Or
a gentle suggestion.
Little rampage through your house like a Byrne robot.
Make it rain.
And of course, if you want something for your money, yes, subscribe to the Patreon for exclusive uncensored content every month. And again, you can request, if you are a patron, you can request we talk about anything. It doesn't have to be comics. Again, be like Justin, send in a bunch of suggestions, or be like Ray, and we can shame you into sending requests. So, all right, so be like Ray, put down your deck and send in suggestions.
Also, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right, so so subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. All right, so Lilith, what do you want to promote? Blue Sky?
I mean, yeah, if you're on Blue Sky, follow me. I might eventually make I don't know, what do they call it? A twat?
Whoa!
A post, I guess. I don't know. I forget what Blue Sky calls it.
Oh my, I didn't think it was that. But yes, you can catch Love on Blue Sky, me on Blue Sky, Capes Lunatics Podcast Network on Blue Sky, Will All Reds on Blue Sky. So follow us up.
Skeets, yes, that's the one. They call it Skeets.
Where did you get twat?
I mean, I'm so used to being on X. That's just what I call it now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, somebody twatted this.
Oh.
Either do the 6 or do the 9.
See, that's the clone somebody should have made. Twatter.
Whoa.
That's a mouthful.
Oh, jeez.
Holds me down.
2025, kids.
Spread it.
Time marches on.
Somebody's muffin's getting buttered. That ain't my business.
All right, kids. Thank you for joining us. Again, next time, come back for part 1 of Superman Batman Generations 3.
Too many numbers.
Because again, the next 2 episodes, you're going to be getting 6 and 6.
Hello.
Oh my. I said 6. What? You have a problem with 6?
No. Where's the 9?
What?
Where's the 9?
Ah. Hey, remember the side phone episode? What? You don't like sex? She confused 6 and sex?
Sweep together. Sweep.
Wicked with a broom. All right, kids. And yes, stay tuned for Sony and Petty will be back. Unlimited Justice. Got something cooking for 75. So, all right. So come back next time. Remember, join us same bat time.
Same bat channel.
We are
the night. The
Batman
Batman Podcast.
Remember, do you know where your kids are? Or do you
In
care?
the future, in the past, who
Do you
cares?
care? That's a Byrne story.